and the Detroit Lions. Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford is a big-arm guy who's learned how to temper some of his throws. Actually has added a lot more touch and accuracy as his career has gone along. Big-time confidence in his arm, though. Any throw you want, he can make it.
Check, 43. Get the ball. Alert!
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A huge play there right off the bat. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay. On second down, Johnson. And some space here. David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, 88 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
Well, warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Stafford. Being chased out left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. And here the pressure from the outside line. Backing spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker Jordan Hicks. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. On the toss, here's Johnson. "23 yards the pickup there.
We play to win. Let's go.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Let's go. You tighten up.
Throwing is Murray on third down, escaping the pressure right. He wants it all for the end zone. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're going for it. It's Murray. Buying time to his... Murray fighting. Lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off near the 44. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. And this play, the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay popped.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Terrell Suggs. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Dancing to his left. Murray has the first down and more. And he's brought down. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan... And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. Here the Cardinals push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Partner, they're up big. They snap the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT. Yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Take 4.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it's 3rd and short. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, he couldn't find a silver lining in this one.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Darius Philon able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Stafford, and he's going to go down again. Hassan Reddick. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So they take Big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean,
touchdown, Cardinals! David Johnson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals push further out in front. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about...
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts, not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing is Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point? Whatever you're going to pick up, they either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
On 2nd and 15 now. Murray, this one complete to Christian Kirk. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, 33 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
The catch and the touchdown.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTA.
Marvin Jones. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, 77 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half. As a former DB, you might not like to see them. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake.
Let's go.
Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray, eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Cliff Kingsbury, part of that new breed of head coaches, and his guys are going to go for it. Murray and company going for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because they're...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Darius Philon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. So we've come to halftime after, due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
36. Come on, baby. Let's go.
And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
First down.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. Don't get nervous.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Christian Jones, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11. To throw on 3rd down. Murray forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Murray sets to throw on 4th. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On first down, it's Johnson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, 29 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Now Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. To throw is Stafford. James has got it. Complete.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford being chased out left. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. Complete. It's Johnson. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jesse James there to make the grab. And the Lions gain a bit of respectability.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now let's look at David Johnson. He has been a touchdown machine. It has been enjoyable to watch.
And the scoreboard continues to light up as a result of his efforts. He's been a blast, though. Every time you look up, you just figure if he's got the ball in his hands, he's going to end up in the end zone. It's been that kind of a game for him.
Absolutely. Now you just keep waiting for more. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Murray now on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
40, 180. Check, 43. Cut.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's James. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Stafford. And he slings one that's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Back to throw. Stafford. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, but now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, fourth quarter, you're going. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Hassan Reddick and this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. A breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time. 4th and goal, and it leads to a sack.
And I can just see it now. On the sidelines, they're telling the quarterback, you've got to get rid of it somehow, some way. At least get it in the end zone and give us a chance. If we throw an interception, so what? A sack? We didn't even have a chance.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Rolling to his right. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tackle made by the 3rd-round pick out of Louisiana, Tracy Walker.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy?
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. This is caught. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
Kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go. Ready.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now it's Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
It's our time. Hey, 5-0. Go here.
Throwing again. Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. This will be caught at about the 5. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And that's caught inside the 35. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. One last throw here for Stafford. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.